Why, hello there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Mr. Dogwood. If you welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the New Order as Tyumen. Now, last video, we started working on our industrialization policy. We're also working on improving our relations with the Euro League and Orenburg and all these guys. It's all coming along pretty well. Still got some progress. But we'll get there soon enough, I think. Oop. Mr. Lamas has resigned. Interesting. I know they had some new content to Ireland, which is interesting. Very interesting. How's old Cork doing? Cork is suffering a little bit, it seems. It seems to be the only area that is not doing well GDP-wise, which is unfortunate. I have a soft spot for Cork. Studied there. My fall semester. It's very fun. What do we want to do next? Yeah. Let's redouble urbanization campaigns. Only one option we got there. The backbone of socialism is not the peasantry, but the urban proletariat who toil in the great factories and foundries of a city. If we are to rebuild socialism in West Siberia, we can no longer remain a rural society dotted but only occasionally with a few small cities. We must become an urbanized nation. Its cities teeming with life and the activity of the industrial proletariat. We can encourage families to move into the city by granting them incentives like reduced rent, tax relief, and preference for jobs. We can also penalize the few reactionary peasants who stubbornly cling to their primitive ways with extra fees. Using carrots and sticks, Tyumen shall be transformed from a backwater nation to a shining example of the urban socialist society to come. Let's get going. Still being taken quite a while. Then again, so is any effort on or action over there, and yet we're still doing okay. So we're doing economically. We're getting there. We got a pretty nasty deficit. Let's do a military austerity. Gonna get a bit of a... I don't know if I want to cut back. I mean, social expenditure is the biggest bit. We'll cut a little bit for now. Get more of a surplus going, start paying off that debt. Indonesia defeats rebels. That was quick, I feel like. Really, I don't quite know the proper balance of the Indonesian War. I haven't well, I think I participated actually with the when I did the Guangdong game, I think I sent some volunteers over there, but that's about it, I think. A national coalition. Interesting. Jack Lynch. Let's get the riches of Siberia going. Our location in Siberia is both a blessing and a curse. Though Siberia is one of the most resource-rich regions in the world, blessed with oil, ore, minerals, and more, it's also one of the most isolated regions of the world, consisting of largely remote villages with few opportunities to exploit these riches. For the good of man, if we are to build socialism in Siberia, we must expand our infrastructure to include harvesting these materials for the processing of goods our workers may consume. Prospectors must be sent out to remote regions, mines and oil refineries must be built on significant resource deposits, processing plants must be built so we can turn these raw materials into usable products. And here goes the West African War. This is the 3-faction version? Yeah, it looks like it. That's all interesting. I don't quite know what to make of all this, honestly. All I know is that Liberia and Sierra Leone are kind of just setting things out. So, it's a Bukharin. This doesn't seem to increase our deficit at all. I think we need more tax money as a thing, though. I mean, yeah, we took a massive hit. That tax cut. We need to increase the taxes somehow. Let's do the orthodox approach. Stalin opposed free markets for a reason. While they may encourage short-term growth, they will ultimately stifle the great socialist experiment by exacerbating social inequalities and making it more difficult for the working class to seize control of the means of production in the long term. Although the Bukharinist methods of economic growth may seem a tempting solution to poverty, they cannot be implemented in Siberia. By increasing the industrial production quotas, expanding the factories we have, and distributing the fruits of labor equally among all working peoples, we may be better able to build a true social society in the long term. How are we doing here? Oh, we can add a spear. Improve relations here. And we just need 50 to integrate them. Get some kind of funky borders going, but it'll be okay. I guess I'll improve relations with these guys, even though, you know. I think this probably assumes that this GUI looks at nations and assumes that they've all the action there has been figured out. So I think that since Magnitogorsk got nommed, it's being a little funky. Let's get the next stage. Wait. Though Siberia may have began as a destitute backwater, through proper application of MLS theory, our nation is metamorphosed. Metamorphosed? Is that a word? I don't feel like... Metamorphosized, I think, is the right word. I don't know, though. I might just be wrong there. To a shining example of socialism in the post-USSR world, proving that the socialist experiment has not yet failed. Factories are bustling with activity as workers man the machines day and night. The fields of the collective farms are golden for crops. ripe for harvesting, and the countryside is dotted with mines, oil wells, and railroads. However, now is not the time to rest upon our laurels. We must expand what we already have and begin the next stage of our economic growth. There we go. Nation on one man's shoulders. Alright, sorry I had to send a quick text message real quick. Trujillo assassinated. Trujillo doesn't really have it, isn't long for this world, even if he survives the Puerto Plata invasion, does he? Well, there goes our credit rating. We are now at triple C. Mediocre. Like my love life, am I right? Heh. Oh, it just got sad real quick. Alright, well, I can go ahead and get rid of that credit rating. Warlord insurrection in China. I feel like that's a little quick for that. I remember it happening later in the Comey game. I might be wrong, though. Let me check her poverty real quick. That is dropping very quickly. My God. Oh, that is beautiful. Can expand the institutes. I think that'll be pretty good. Knowledge is the greatest weapon the revolution has, and the greatest kind of education is that of the university and institute. To ensure a new generation that can lead the revolution is properly trained, we must reopen universities for bureaucrats and civil servants, and specialized engineering, health, and economic institutes across the country. Where there were none before, new ones must be built under the tutelage of existing educational facilities. Most importantly, we must grant free education and lodging for all students to encourage education and learning among all walks of life. There we go. Can I get a positive surplus? There we go. We still got pretty good growth on top of everything. I'm almost tempted to see if we should swap down to fight and count our pennies. But I think if we swap over to something else after, it'll increase the base rate, if I understand it correctly, which I probably don't. I dare say I definitely don't even. We got a lot of political power. We can integrate these guys. Seems. I want to click the button. Oh, that takes a couple days. Okay, I understand. The institutes. Get a giant tech boost. It's It's actually crazy. 10%. Now let's do it. Revolution in thought and theory. Our socialism is called scientific for a reason. It is grounded in observation of the world around us and the formulating of new theory and practice based off these observations. However, the most important aspects of science is that it must be open to change and debate. Stalin built up his theories based on those of Lenin, who in turn based his thought on Marx. It's time we get a new chapter in the theory of Marxist-Leninist Stalinist ideology by encouraging free thought among the intelligentsia and writers and giving them the free ability to critique existing approaches to theory and formulate new solutions to them, within the boundaries of reason, of course. Finland turns towards Germany. I'll probably increase our GDP once we integrate them. From 10.24 to 10.47. Unselect these guys. I think I'll just disband them. Euro League. Can't quite add them to our spear, but that's okay. Spear. We'll integrate those guys probably by the end of this video. Disrupt Ratisse our academic base. What do we need more? Well, our academic base is already improved. Probably industrial. Let's do a generation of workers. The working class are the backbone of every society. Our educational program must emphasize this. Must train a new generation of technical specialists, geologists, engineers, chemists, and technicians, which the curriculum must reflect. The highest priority of our schools and universities should be hard science and engineering, with an emphasis on vocation and practical results. To prepare students for a future of labor, problems, and exercises must be based on real-world solutions. In part-time work in the field they have chosen to specialize in will be essential for graduation. Only when the workers of Siberia are properly trained and have firm real-world experience will socialism be built, and every person can live as a czar. Hope that means the government is going to come and behead him. Oh, that's French Revolution. They just shot him in the basement. Okay, admittedly, the railroad system seems a little rough in these areas, so I think we'll... So this is where the supply hub... Look at that. We received a radio broadcast from Irkutsk in Siberia from socialist regime known as the Far Eastern Soviet Socialist Republic. States led by former head of the NKVD, Germanic Yagoda. While they boast the same policies as even government ministers of the old Soviet government, it also surprisingly appears that the NKVD plays a larger role in Far Eastern society, the police state and surveillance being extensive. Yagoda claims this temporary measure to preserve socialism in the state. They will lessen the NKVD grip on society once the situation stabilizes. However, the question of whether to support an extensive police state with ties to the old Soviet government remains. Out of the depths of Siberia, the Union returns. It looks like we're friendly with each other. We're just some socialists. Good, friendly socialists. Nothing off there. Let's get fire support coordination. Just got a generation of workers. Now we gotta choose one of these. return to the world. We got some options. I'm not going to choose any of them right now. I'm going to leave things there. Thanks for watching, though, gang. Like, if you like, dislike, you didn't leave any comments, feedback down in the comment section below. I read all comments get. I appreciate it if I make my ad for me. Check out my various links in the description box below. Hit the sub button and notification bell for heads up when I have my uploads going up. Usually weekdays and Saturdays. Thanks for watching, gang. As always, my name has been Mr. DB333. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.